game days and different fundraising things that take place right now that are fixing to start. And I have one requirement. You uphold $400 worth of work. Whether that's, I don't know with this COVID, how that's going to unfold, but in the past, before I got here, you had $400 worth of game days or sign sales or out to the community, reaching out in whatever fashion our booster club offers. And each player is required, for me, to provide them with $400 worth of sales of some sort. Okay? And we want you involved in that. We want you to be a part of that. I'm not going to get too much into it. I wanted to let you know what you were going to be dealing with financially and as part of our program. $20 insurance fee, $175 equipment fee, and at some point you've got to try to raise $400 for our booster club. Every player is responsible for that. With that said, Wednesday night at 7:30 in the cafeteria. Okay? Coach Tribble has committed from the time I took the job. I will attend all booster club meetings. I'll talk about the week that we've had. I'll talk about the week in front of us. I'll talk about our team's success. I'll talk about our team's failures. I'll talk about the things that we would like to see maybe happen in the future. I'm involved in it. Come to the meetings. Come to the meetings and get involved with us. Okay? I'll answer questions, that deal with our team. If you got an individual question about your child, that's a separate thing. We'll schedule something there. But I want to get you involved in the booster club because I know from experience, I've developed one. I've developed a program that had all kinds of things that were provided through the booster club. And I'm excited about that. Wednesday night in the cafeteria at 7:30. Kevin Rayford's here. Jared Bro actually got more votes than Kevin Rayford. Jared Bro is our booster club president. He's got bigger fish to fry right now, and there ain't nobody better. Kevin, you probably can't uphold that, But Kevin has offered to, while Jared's, doing what he has to do, Kevin's offered to step up, and we have the cafeteria 7:30 Wednesday night, and we want you there. That's when we'll talk about all the things that make our program special. Okay? I got one more requirement, but it's not financial. Every player the booster club will meet. They'll develop a schedule. And every player's family is responsible for filling blanks in that concession stand. There's game day responsibilities. We put on a show. Hopefully it's a good show. We're concerned about inside the fence. We're going to handle, y'all players are going to handle inside the fence. Guess who handles outside the fence? Y'all, our booster club. Okay? And we want it to be first class. And it's first class because of the commitment that you give. Wednesday night, 7:30 in the cafeteria. Please come. That'll get more involved with the game day and the sign sales. It's a crazy situation with COVID. Last year they did a lot of stuff for us and they never got to see it, but we have to move on. So be a part of that Wednesday night at 7:30. Get involved in the booster club. You are required to work the concession stand. If I'm a freshman JV player, you probably need to work the varsity games so the varsity players' parents can watch their kid play. You varsity guys, you probably need to get involved in the freshman JV games so they can watch their kids play. Okay, but y'all will talk more about that Wednesday night. I'm going to move on. With that, player fee, booster club, reason for boosters, My commitment to boosters, $400 sales, meet all game day requirements. Meet them. Take pride in our facility. I got on my players the other day about, they walked by a water bottle laid on the ground. Stop, pick it up, throw it in the garbage. Take pride in what you have. Take pride in what you were given. And that's what our Booster Club does. I'm excited about that. With that said, let's move to the player contract. This is where Coach Tribble gets a little serious. I tell my guys all the time, I got one thing. First class. I fight every day to be in first class. Every day. I sin, I do things I shouldn't do. But every day I want to be that guy. And that's what it takes for us to be successful. We have a higher standard. LHSA has a standard. We lost a few. We had to say bye to a couple that couldn't meet that standard. Okay? But this is our family and this is what we have, and I want you to know the expectations of your child and the responsibility of the parent to uphold those expectations for your child. So with that said, we have a contract. And that contract, as y'all have already signed and turned in, I don't know how much you looked into it, but I looked into it. Okay? Keep an overall GPA of 2.0 or higher. Every grade, every class must be at least a C or higher. Why? Because average ain't good enough. You want an average catcher? Huh? You want an average pitcher? Do I want an average player? No. Where's Abby? Abby, do you want an average employee? You can find them all over, can't you? Everywhere you go. And they don't last. And they're everywhere. So if your son's average, probably don't want him. And when I say that, I'm talking about in the classroom. I'm talking about on the field. I'm talking about when you're in the community. I'm talking about when you're in the grocery store. All those things. And I'm more guilty than y'all. Okay? But we don't want average, so we need to stay above average. Comply with instructions from coaches, teachers immediately. Be on time for every practice game or baseball activity. Our players know that if you're going to be 2 minutes late, you need to let us know. And we also know that all you got to do is that. So there's no excuse for me not to know why you're not here. There's no excuse for me not to know when you're sick. There's no excuse for me to know why you're not able to show up at a certain time. Okay? And that's a pet peeve of mine. So if Johnny's not going to be where he needs to be, all he has to do is get on that group me, reach out, and send a text. It's communication. It's the key to success in every aspect. Okay? Contact coach before missing. We just mentioned that. Adhere to all school policies. Listen, I'm not defending you. I'm not defending you. If you get caught doing something wrong, I'm not getting you out of trouble. You're going to serve the consequences. You know, if you do something in school you're not supposed to, if you don't do what you're supposed to, grade-wise, academically-wise, I'm not bailing you out. I'm not on your side. I'm on the school side. Okay? Because you're supposed to do right. And I'm not going to defend you. If you get in a situation, you explain that situation to me. If you're on the